right, I am gonna go through my morning skincare routine. If I didn't work out today, I probably would just use like a little tepid water just to cleanse my face after sleeping. But because I did go to the gym this morning and I did do some sweating, I'm actually gonna cleanse my skin. I do this in the evenings as well. I love to use like a cleansing oil. I have very sensitive reactive skin. So I want a product that's gonna really protect my barrier. And the barrier is really about keeping sort of those irritants out and then keeping our hydration in. So that's really important for me. I just do about 1 to 2 pumps and I do apply it onto dry skin because that's the best way it works. And because it is a cleansing oil, I usually like to give it a little bit of time to do its thing because I want to get any sort of junk off my face. And in the evenings, it even works really well removing my makeup. You know, making sure you're getting all those areas that get junk trapped. I do like to include my neck when I'm washing my face, so I'm doing all my treatments actually. And you can really see how reactive I am because I get red even just washing my face with cleansing oil. Next, I like to use a product that would have either like exosomes or growth factors in it. I'm using plated. TNS serum is great as well. These products are great from the standpoint of basically you're helping your cellular communication on the skin. So you're telling your skin cells, you know, to rejuvenate, stay healthy, keep that cellular turnover. I usually just use like 1 pump, you know, a little bit goes a long way. It can be pricey too. So I do think just using minimals makes sense. When I apply it, I am putting it everywhere, but I will tell you to always do your neck and your chest if you can. Always make sure you're getting the area around your mouth and always make sure you get around your eyes. These are the areas that are going to age the fastest, so you want to make sure you're always, you know, taking care of those. Anything extra too, I don't know if you saw, I always put on the backs of my hands. So once this product's on, one of the things I like to do is actually just let it sit for about 15 minutes. So this is the time when I'll go and get dressed before I continue the rest of the routine. And the reason being is because I don't want any of those exosomes or growth factors to break down or get denatured because of an active I'm using or any of the other products. So I give it time to really penetrate, get into my skin, and then I continue the routine. All right, so I am all dressed. I have given those exosomes and growth factors plenty of time to just sort of sit on my skin, penetrate in. So now I'm going to continue with the rest of my routine. The next thing I like to use is a vitamin C. I personally am using the SkinCeuticals CE Ferulic. I love this product, but it does not have to be this vitamin C. I just do think a vitamin C is critical because you're going to get a couple things. It's going to protect your skin from free radicals because it's an antioxidant. Vitamin C is also key for collagen production, so we want to support our collagen production. And then finally, it also can help with some pigmentation, so it sort of brightens the skin. So for this one, it's a serum, so I'm just going to do a few drops of it. And it's funny, I was talking about things that smell good. This actually does not smell good. I like to warm it up in my hands and then pat it in. I do make sure I'm getting my neck, around my mouth, again, around my eyes. And then I give that time to sort of penetrate in. With products, you kind of want to think in terms of doing serums on the earlier side and then going more heavyweight as you go, because that gives the serums opportunity to sort of get absorbed well. So once I finish that, if you can sit for a few minutes on, I think it's great just letting it penetrate. The next thing that I use, and I actually am out, I'm so bummed, but I like to use a hyaluronic acid, and personally I'm using our Pura brand because it has peptides in it as well, which I love. Isden has a great hyaluronic acid. There are some other great ones you can buy over the counter. So those would be definitely beneficial for any of you that have dry skin. I do have dry skin, so I try to use it like twice a day. I'll use it in the morning and in the evening. So this would be a time I normally would be putting my hyaluronic acid on. So next up, I'm going to go with hydration. So from a moisturizing standpoint, I do have dry skin, so I like to use a product that's got, it's a good weight to it. I like to use our lipid one. This also has ceramides in it, and you do want to find a product that has ceramides and lipids because that's going to protect your skin barrier, and that's no matter what type of skin you have. I used just a small amount and I put it in. What's nice is because I've applied, in theory, my hyaluronic acid already, this is going to help sort of seal that in, and hyaluronic acid holds 1,000 times its own weight of water. So it's going to keep all that moisture in your skin throughout the day. And then this is going to protect the barrier to keep that hydration in as well. Finally, one of the most important pieces, and I know I preach about this all the time. My bottle looks a little yucky, so I'm gonna clean it off a bit. Sunscreen. I personally like to use, I definitely use a 50 SPF. That's really important to me. I do have a tendency to get melasma, so if I can find a sunscreen that has iron oxide in it, I love that. That's very hard to find, I have found. So typically I'll either use the Elta MD, the green one, because I do have that redness, or I'll use the Isden tinted sunscreen. I love the tint that it has to it, and it's a very lightweight sunscreen. But again, I'll just do a small amount. One of my tricks with sunscreen though, that I see a lot in the office is when we're wearing our hair back like this, making sure we're protecting the neck, because I see so much sun damage here. So I'm just gonna apply this, and I like to go over my ears as well and make sure I'm getting back here. And I really kind of do my whole neckline. So that's it. Now I'm gonna do my makeup and finish getting ready, and hopefully this weather will be gorgeous and my skin is nice and protected. So let me know if you have any questions. I'm happy to make some product recommendations. There's lots of great stuff you can buy, obviously. And if you want to find out more, let me know, and hopefully I'll see you soon. No filter, just pure.